Okay. Transformations of a parent graph may appear in different location, flip over an axis, or appear to have been stretched or compressed. The transform graph may resemble the parent graph or it may not. We're on page 110 here. A translation moves a figure up, down, left, or right. When a constant k is added or subtracted from a parent function, the result f of x plus or minus k is a translation of the graph up or down. When a constant h is added to or subtracted from x before evaluating a parent function, the result f of x plus or minus h is a translation left or right. So for example here, if you're adding a number outside of the absolute value signs here, or outside the parentheses 2x, you're going to go up. Okay? So right there, just want to show you on Desmos. If you go to desmos.com, this is a good way to help check your answers. So you always end up with 100% on these, or you should. If you type in y equals absolute value of x, you get that. Notice they're color coded. This is blue, that's the blue graph. This is red, that's the red graph. And you can click on them so they disappear. So if you want to shift it up to, do that. Suppose you wanted to shift that graph down to. Do y equals, okay, and I'll show you some here. This sign here is the absolute value sign. You gotta do shift and then click it. Whoops. Shift, there we go. X, and then add 2. So let's say I add 2 on the inside of that absolute value sign. That's that green line there. So if you're adding inside the absolute value sign, you're shifting it left 2. See, you shifted it to the left 2. The parent function here is the blue graph. If you add 2 directly to x inside the absolute value signs, you shift it left 2. Let's say I wanted to shift this graph down 2 rather than left 2. I would do y equals absolute value of x minus 2. Notice that the minus 2 is outside the absolute value sign, and that's how you shift it down 2. Now let's say I wanted to shift it to the right 2. I would do y equals the absolute value, whoops, of x minus 2. So it's kind of the opposite of what you think. When you subtract 2 inside the absolute value sign, you're shifting it to the right. Okay, notice the blue graph is y equals the absolute value of x. And this black graph here is y equals x minus 2. So the minus 2 shifts it to the right 2. And it has to be in the absolute value sign here. So now you know how to shift the graph up, left, right, and down. So looking here, it says describe the translation of each function, then graph the function. Okay, right away, 2a plus 3, we know we're going to, okay, it's inside the absolute value sign, so that tells me we're going to go left 3. Okay, you're going to actually go left 3. This one here, you're not inside parentheses with the x squared, it's going to actually be a shift down 4. And you can check that on Desmos. In the next video, I'm going to graph both of these on paper, show you how to do it that way.